You may recognize this guitar if you checked out Slash's iconic performance at the 2026 Grammy Awards. Ever since that performance, this guitar has been everywhere, and it's completely breaking the internet. Over the past few weeks, I've been drooling over pictures of these beautiful purple Tiger guitars. So when I got a call from Jack telling me that we were going to get one of these guitars here at Squealing Pig Guitars, I was beyond excited. Today, we're going to determine whether this is the ultimate modern Gibson guitar, or if it's just another collector guitar gimmick. So sit back and relax, grab yourself some popcorn, and let's get straight into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. So what's the story behind this purple Tiger Les Paul? So this guitar is not a signature model. It actually has no association to Slash, but Slash does own one. And it entered the spotlight when Slash used it in his 2026 Grammy Live performance. And let's be honest, that purple finish was too striking to ignore. Within hours, there was photos and videos all over social media showcasing this mystery Gibson Les Paul. After the social media frenzy, Gibson clearly saw that there was a market for these guitars. So instead of releasing a signature model with Slash, they basically reissued the guitar that he owns. So the purple Tiger that Gibson have released is extremely similar to the Slash one. The only difference really is the pickups. If you guys watch these Squealing Pig Guitars videos regularly, you'll know I am quite the fan of a unique colored Gibson. And what's even better is when they use a crazy color and it actually looks good. This guitar is definitely bold and it's definitely different. But whether you love it or hate it, you can't argue with the fact that it's one of the most talked about guitars in 2026. So now that you know a little bit more about this guitar, let's plug it in and see if it sounds any good. So guitarists, now it's time for the riff test. Because this guitar is inspired by the one that Slash used at the Grammys, I thought I would do a Slash riff test. I'm going to play 3 of my favorite Slash riffs just to hear the character of this guitar and see what the playability is like. So let's kickstart this section with a Guns N' Roses riff. Let's hear the solo. Wow, what a tone this guitar produces. My first impressions are very strong. Got that beautiful Carmelita neck profile, so it's a little bit slimmer than your average 59 guitar, and this bridge pickup is just pumping out a beautiful tone. Although we're not using a Silver Jubilee or a Marshall amplifier, I feel like we're getting pretty close to that Slash tone. Now let's hear the neck pickup for another iconic riff. So you can hear the versatility of this instrument, and personally I love Les Pauls that have really bright sounding bridge pickups but have a bit of a warmer, more subtle neck pickup, and this guitar definitely has that. I played my own version of Starlight by Slash there. I changed the key a little bit so I can use the open strings and try and use some of the melodies that Miles Kennedy sings, and I always think that song's really good for testing out a neck pickup. You want that kind of you want a slight woman tone, so you want that treble to be knocked off a little bit, but it doesn't want to be really woofy. It wants to still have a lot of clarity, and this guitar definitely does. Our last riff is Sliver by Velvet Revolver, so let's go down to drop D. So that was the riff test. Let me know which was your favorite riff in the comment section below, but I have to say this guitar is something special. So what makes this guitar so special? This is basically a reissue of the guitar that Slash used at the Grammy Awards. That artist association is really important for popular guitars. The nickname for this guitar is the Purple Tiger, and that's because it was released at the same time as Slash's Magnatone amps, called the Purple Python. So once again, we've got a link to Slash. But other than the artist association, this might just be one of the most striking Les Pauls I've ever seen. It's so unique with this purple finish. It's incredible to look at in person. I hope the camera does it justice. The first thing that really impresses me on this one is the Murphy Lab aging. As we all know, when the Murphy Lab was introduced, there was definitely some problems with flaking finishes and some inconsistency with the relicking. But in 2026, that is no longer a problem. This is some of the best relicking I've ever seen on a guitar. We've got some really nice tasteful aging on the neck here, got a little bit of buckle rash, we've got checking all over this beautiful purple finish. Of course, what steals the show here is that purple finish, the gold hardware that is aged, and this lovely dark rosewood fingerboard. It is built to standard 59 specs, so we have a mahogany body, which is very lightweight, and we have a AAA flamed maple top. I'd say this flame top is absolutely beautiful. I do think the purple is a little bit darker than I expected. When I was drooling over the pictures, like I mentioned at the start of this episode, it was a little bit more bright, I guess, whereas this is quite a dark kind of Black Sabbath purple, but it has a really cool metal vibe about it, so I'm all about it. The binding on this guitar looks incredible. They've done a great job at aging that, and on the neck here you can see all the wear and tear and the checking. It really is a beautiful example of what the Murphy Lab can do. One of the biggest things I'm noticing now is that the checking is getting so subtle. You can barely feel it, but you can see it, which is exactly what it's like on real checked examples. I've played 2 real bursts in my life. I played a 1958 one and a 1960, and the checking feels exactly the same as it does on this guitar. Of course, we have a long neck tenon mahogany neck with hide glue construction, as it is a 59 reissue, but this has the Carmelita profile, which is a slightly slimmer neck. It actually feels quite small to my hand anyway. I've messaged a few people that own these guitars, and one person said that theirs felt just like a normal 59, whereas for me, this one definitely feels a lot slimmer, a lot more like a 1960s neck. Of course, we have them gold Grover tuners, we have the nice aging to the headstock, and we have that 9 starting serial number as it is a 59. Other than that, it's pretty much a standard 59 Les Paul. We have custom buckers with this one, obviously gold hardware, which is really cool. ABR1 bridge, aluminium stop tailpiece. We have a black pickguard on this one as well, but I'll tell you now, if I owned this guitar, I'd be taking that straight off so you can see more of this beautiful purple finish. So in conclusion, what makes this guitar so unique is its association to Slash and the fact that it featured on that Grammy performance. Number 2, the striking purple tiger finish, and also the association to the Magnatone amps is pretty cool. You've got some signature features like the gold hardware, the Carmelita profile, and finally they've put all their modern features into a package of a vintage style guitar. So that's what makes this guitar so special. So how collectible is this guitar, and will it be collectible in the future? Well, although I don't have a crystal ball, I think there's a very strong case for the fact that this will be highly collectible in the future, and it already is highly collectible as a guitar. There's many reasons for this. Number 1, it's the artist association with Slash, but it's also linked to a memorable moment in history. The 2026 Grammy Awards, where Slash did a tribute to Black Sabbath and obviously Ozzy Osbourne after his passing, playing War Pigs on this guitar. Although this isn't a signature model, people are going to link these guitars to Slash, and let's be honest, Slash is probably one of the most popular Les Paul players of all time, and as a result, players and collectors are going to want to get a hold of this guitar. Another reason these guitars are going to be so collectible is because there's a very limited quantity of them. Although we can't confirm the exact number that has been made, they were done as a PSL run, so pre-sold limited, which suggests there's not a lot out there and that it wasn't a big limited edition run. And another reason why this guitar is going to be so collectible is because of the color. It's something different, and history shows that people love unique looking Gibson guitars. Whether that's the Widow run or other unique colored Gibsons, people seem to be fond of stuff that's out of the ordinary. This has also been done to a model that is highly desirable. People love the 59 Les Paul reissue. It's arguably one of the most famous guitars of all time. It also has the Murphy Lab aging, which is a very popular thing at the moment. People loved aged guitars. And although I can't predict the future, I do think this guitar will be very collectible in a couple of years' time, and arguably it already is very collectible. So guitarists, we're at the end of another Squealing Pig Guitars video. Thank you so much for watching this one today. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video, hit the hype points button, and let me know what you think of this purple Tiger Gibson Les Paul in the comment section below. Do you think it's the ultimate modern Gibson guitar you can buy, or do you think it's another gimmick? Let me know down below. And finally, if you're new to Squealing Pig Guitars, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and we could definitely use your help. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So first of all, let's answer the question that we started this video with. Is this the ultimate modern Gibson custom shop guitar? In my opinion, the answer is yes. I think this Les Paul successfully combines all the amazing things about the Gibson custom shop, and they're done to the highest level. In 2026, Gibson have really got the Murphy Lab thing right, and they're starting to use the made-to-measure program to create some incredibly unique looking guitars, but that also look very classy and look nice. I don't think I'm stepping out of line here by saying that some made-to-measure Gibsons look absolutely dreadful. Sometimes they can look a little bit gaudy and just use some crazy colors for the sake of it, but I think this one was very calculated. So yes, I believe it is the ultimate modern Gibson guitar. This might just be one of the best custom shop instruments I've ever played. So let's rate this thing. So firstly, let's talk about aesthetic. Well, I have to warn you, it's going to be a high scoring one today because it's going to get a 10 out of 10 for aesthetic. This guitar combines everything I love about Gibson's made-to-measure program. It's got a crazy finish, gold hardware, Murphy Lab aging, and the guitar just looks very high-end. Having it in my hand, the neck looks incredible. The whole thing is a work of art. So it's going to get a 10 out of 10 for aesthetics. For playability, it's going to get a 9.5. The guitar responded really nicely. It had a versatile range of tones as you'd expect from any custom bucker set, but this guitar in particular had a really nice warm neck pickup, which sounded really good for slash stuff. I enjoyed looping with it, it was great for clean tones, great for overdrive, it really is an all-rounder. The reason it's not 10 out of 10 is that I'd personally want the action to be a little bit higher and have a slightly thicker neck carve. This has the Carmelita neck carve, so it's quite a slim, dainty neck. I'd personally want a little bit more girth there, but this guitar has a ton of sustain and it resonates so nicely. For collectability, we're gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I believe this guitar could be a massive collectible down the line because of the association to Slash, the unique kind of look of this guitar. I've never seen anything else like it. A lot of Gibson fanboys are going to be after these guitars because they're so unique and beautiful. And finally, for value, well, obviously these guitars are incredibly expensive. There's one on Reverb at the moment for £11,000. Let's just put it this way, you're never going to be disappointed with this guitar. It's going to do everything you want a guitar to do. In my opinion, you're getting a lot of value from this instrument, even though you're paying a massive price tag. I'll give it 8 out of 10 for value. So I'm gonna score this guitar a 9.1 out of 10. I was really impressed with it today. But that is the end of this Squealing Pig Guitars video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed checking out this uber unique Gibson Les Paul. Make sure to support the channel by hitting the like button and hitting the hype points button. And if you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button. But that is the end of today's video. My name is Ben Keightley. This is Squealing Pig Guitars, and I'll see you shortly for another video. But until then, Keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.